Not just one or two, a lot of niggas. I'm lying. And we'll talk about it. You know, I'll tell anybody. My daddy was a pimp, so I already respected you.
No, that
From
was
that day on, I was,
hey man, we riding, man, we smoking, man, we doing what we supposed to do.
it's a good motherfucking podcast.
Today on another episode of Riding and Smoking, I told you we was pulling up on my dog, one of Tree City's most funniest motherfuckers. He done been all around the world with his shit. He done came back, sat down, set some time aside for your boy. Shouts to my dog, man. Rico Da Great. What's happening with you, brother? Man.
Blessed, I'm blessed, man.
Man, I'm glad you got to set some time to the side, man, to pull up on the kid, man.
Oh yeah, man. This is a nice environment,
How
man.
you like that? How you like that? How you like
Nice little truck, man, with the nice TV thing in there. We got it good up in there, man. You know.
Man, you know, this the new show, Riding and Smoking, man. You know, I
Yeah.
told my peoples, man. I told my peoples, you know, once we get this thing going, man, it's a couple people that I gotta talk to. It's a couple people that I need to bless as far as letting them bless the world with what they do.
Right,
Uh,
right.
and you was definitely one of the people.
Well, I'm happy to tell you, man. Real. This laid back right here. It's like,
Oh, you need the light?
yes, sir.
There you go.
Yeah, I love these kind of interviews, man.
And tell them where you from, man.
So originally from Berkeley, California. My name is Rico Da Great. I've been coming to Sac all my life. My father was from the north area. My mom was from Oak Park. I got family all through Sacramento. So
Right.
I love Sac, man. Sac gave me my start, man. You know what I'm saying? They put me on like they put Mac Dre on, you know?
Man,
So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing out here.
and I see you doing all type of tours, man. You be outside running around with my dog Michael Calvin. Shouts
Mhm.
to homie Michael.
Shout out to Mike Calvin,
Y'all
man.
got some dope shows going on, man. Tell us about them and tell me how y'all came about with y'all programs that y'all running.
Well, me and Mike came together on Smoke and Joke,
Right.
which it's a combination of weed and comedy. You know what I'm saying? People like to smoke weed and they like to laugh. So we came up with a concept, Smoke and Joke, you know, and we was doing good shows, everywhere, man. Wherever we could get somebody to, let us in and consume marijuana, we was there, man. So yeah, it was a good thing. Shout out to Mount Calvin again.
And how long you been doing your shit, man?
Shit, I've been in the comedy game for 12 years now. It's going on 13.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd do comedy, but shit, I'm here, man, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
What happened, right? What happened in your life that made you say, fuck it, this where I'ma swerve to? Oh,
Say something happened. It was just that I was at a comedy club and motherfuckers was doing comedy, and my friend Meal Ticket, rest in peace, big dude, he used to do comedy. You gotta excuse me sweating in there.
it's all good.
Yeah,
It's a hot box, man.
yeah, he man just called me on stage one day. He was like, "You funny, man. Get on stage." I would have never did that shit.
Right.
And he called me on there and he basically dared me. So I
Gotcha.
went on stage. I loved it, and it's been on ever since, man.
Man, you know, I recognize, man, dopeness, when I see it, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of funny motherfuckers, man, but the shit that you be talking, bro,
Mhm.
the shit that you be talking, where what brings you to that point to where,
Well, it's just
where do you get your subjects from? Where does your subject matter derive from?
really and truly, my subject matter is from life, man. For all life situations, so everybody can basically relate to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out of the box. I don't talk about Lil Wayne or nobody in the industry. I don't do no political talk conversation. I just do straight comedy, bro.
Right.
Something that, you can laugh about later on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it comes from just life, man. What I experienced in life. I experienced a lot of things in life. So my comedy is based on my life, you know.
That's the same with music, man. We try to I like to rap about what I know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think a lot of the dope art, no matter where it comes from creatively, it has to come from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right,
You
right,
gotta
right.
you gotta develop yeah, you gotta develop that imagination.
Trip I'm high the motherfucker. I got my hat on with the motherfucking that's how you know I'm in this motherfucker hot, smoking, and we having a good time, man.
It's
I
all
love
love,
it, man. I
man.
love it,
It's
man.
all love. Nah, but yeah, I'm just, thinking about, when I do my music thing. You know what I'm saying? It come from a place. You know what I'm saying?
Comes from your life, yeah. You
And
know,
I can tell it come from a place with you, man. That's what I love about it.
when you experience stuff, you can talk about it. A lot of people talk about shit they never experienced.
Right.
I just talk about what I experienced, so I never can. I'll never forget it. You
Right.
know, it's my life. You know, people always ask me, "Do you write jokes?" I tell them, "Hell no, I ain't never wrote a joke a day in my life. Everything I've done has been strictly off my head. So when I watch it, I laugh even harder because I know I made some of that shit up right there on
Wait
the
a minute.
spot.
So you go to the shows and come on, you be
Yeah,
freaking out with your skits?
Hell yeah. I do comedy all day. I ride around, I smoke weed, I listen to R&B music, and I just laugh about life. See,
Right.
I don't listen to rap. Rap make me want to sell crack again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I do is I listen to R&B. I think about my mom cleaning up. I think about getting the ass whooped when I was young.
Right.
There's certain songs I heard when certain shit was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, family fighting. You know, family feuds, all type of shit during that music. So you think about all this shit. I think about the time my uncle stole all my grandmother's shit out of her house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What song was playing then? You know what I'm saying? Because it was a song playing. It's like theme music. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, man, my comedy stands for that. Plus, I tell anybody, my daddy was a pimp. So, and I know, you know how niggas say their daddy was a pimp because he just
Right.
fuck 'em. Now my daddy was a real international pimp. So
Gotcha.
my comedy come from being around pimps and prostitutes and you know just real life shit, man.
Man. I had, one of the greats just passed away. I know you was related to him.
Kenny Red, yeah, that's
Yeah.
my uncle, man. God rest his soul, man. You know, gave me a lot of game. You know, after my father died, you know, he took me up on his wing. He gave me a lot of game. So much respect to all the OGs. Like I tell people, man, I grew up. My godfather's Fillmore Slim. You know what I'm saying? That's my godfather. That ain't no, you know, if you say my name, he gonna say Rico the Great. That's my godson.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't like I don't know them. You feel me? They know I know them and they know me.
So
And it's a
that's where
blessing.
that's where that shit come from,
That's where
man.
it come from, man. Just being around the pimps with the fast talk. And most people don't know most pimps are comedians.
Right.
They funny, they laugh, they had I got to see them in their fun time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not always just serious pimping, but I got to see them laughing and giggling and talking shit about even the hoes or another pimp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I seen roast session
Oh
between
yeah.
the pimps. So that made me
I done,
good at
yeah,
roasting.
yeah, I done been to a couple pimp roast sections, man. Couple pimp roast sessions.
That shit make you funny, man.
The
Because
player roast
the
sessions.
player roast sessions is different, man.
Yeah.
They'll send you back home to the throne, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Horrible. I love the shit you do, man. I remember the one comedy one I was watching was when you was talking about the kids ran up on you and asked you where you was from. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. It's so many gangs, man.
Yeah.
It's so many gangs you can't be from nowhere. They got the shoestring gang, the 1, 2, 3 gang, my backpack to the left gang, you know what I'm saying? So some young niggas asked me, they said, where you from? And I told them young niggas, I said, man, I can say something slick. I'm gonna say something slick. I said, I'm from the world. They said, we don't fuck with them niggas. I said, all right, man. Well shit, I guess I ain't from the world no more, man. I'm from Saturn. Then some young niggas, man, ran up on me one time. Where you from? So I thought I'd be slick like OG, you know.
Right.
I said, nigga, I'm from my mama. They said, we don't fuck with them niggas. I said, well, who's you niggas? They said, we the orphans, nigga. I said, yeah, I don't fuck with no mamas.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. And that came just from experience. A little nigga asking me where I was from.
Right.
I felt so appalled. Like, I'm old enough to be your grandpa, nigga. I'm 51, bruh. And
Damn.
you asking me where I'm from? Motherfucker from a land so far away, it'll kick your ass to go.
He
You
said,
know what I'm talking about?
I'm from my mama.
I'm from my mother. Motherfucker said, I don't. He said, we don't fuck with them niggas. I said, well, who's you niggas? They said, we the orphans. They said, these niggas must be cool with the bastards.
Damn. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, man. And that's the shit. So that's so it be them little because I can feel that type of shit. Like
Right. It's like
it's like
relatable.
some little nigga, everybody done asked somebody where they was from.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
I had little niggas ask me where I was from before so many times. I get tired. I act like I'm blind, I'm deaf. Like, I don't fuck with these little kids, man. God is good though.
So what's one of the dopest venues you've been able to bless, man?
I did the I did a show in Fresno, man, in Bakersfield
Well,
with DC Young Fly at they big spot. It was nice.
so
It
you
was
like
nice.
big dog.
It was nice. I did an open up for him, man. And I've opened up for a lot of, different comedians, man, and you realize how much you've grown the more shows you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause some people don't grow in this shit. Some people do comedy and they stay at the same page. They never grow.
Right.
It's all about growth, whatever you do. So yeah, my biggest venues really be the little ones. Them be the best shows.
Yeah, when I say biggest, I mean, as far as what you take from that night. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
The kind
from
of love, the
man,
love
the
that
love.
you know
Like
what I mean?
I've done shows for Mr. Fab, baby. My dude Mr. Fab out there in the Bay. He had his own little thing for his birthday, and it was beautiful. Ti was there that night.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
remember that.
It was real. It was real nice, and I turned it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I really got some recognition that night. But my biggest thing I ever did was I got to do comedy in front of Paul Moon.
Oh, that's super dope.
You feel me? Not once, but twice. And two times he grabbed me after I got off and was like, "You funny, man."
Right.
And to hear that from him was like heaven sent, bro.
Right.
Because he's been with some of the greats. And then I turned around and I did it. I wanted to do a show with Bob Sumner from Def Comedy Jam. A lot of people don't know Bob Sumner is the reason Def Comedy Jam is out, not because of Russell Simmons.
Right.
Bob Sumner came up with that. Bob Sumner picked the talent. He put the people on.
Right.
So a lot of people forget who Bob Sumner is. Shout out to Bob Sumner, one of the biggest scouts of talent in the United States to me.
Gotcha.
His name ring bells everywhere. They try to take his fame from him, but you can't take Def Comedy Jam from somebody.
Right.
All the greats from Martin Lawrence to whoever has come to Def Comedy Jam,
Yeah,
Bernie
like-
Mac and whoever else. You
Yeah,
know what
like-
I'm saying? Bernie Mac and whoever else, man. So yeah, man. And I also got a chance to do the Apollo in New York behind Bob Sumner.
How'd that make you feel, bro?
Man, that was incredible, bro. It was like
What's that like?
I'm a dude from the streets, bro. I didn't ran the streets. I didn't snort powder. I didn't pop pills. I didn't did all the shit,
Mhm.
all the Mac Dre shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't dance out the car with the doves and all that shit.
Right.
Ghost ride the whip.
Right.
I didn't been in that P world, and so to do comedy is like it was like a drug, bro.
Right.
And once I got that drug, I don't never want that feeling to leave. So seeing people happy is my thing, bro.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about, man. When I first started doing music, it was because the people wanted me to start doing music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to do everything. You know what I mean? I love being outside with my people. You know what I
Right,
mean? But
right.
music has always been.
Well, I enjoy your music because I know it's coming from a good place,
Right.
and I know that it's truly who you are. So I know you. You know what I'm saying? So it don't be no skims and scams on it. So I can listen to it because I know it's you,
Exactly.
and you stand on business. You feel me?
Man, come on.
And you stood on business in a situation that a lot of niggas wouldn't have stood on business because they would have took the money over the business standard. And you know what situation I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When old boy came home from the rah-rah and wanted to do songs with everybody.
Yeah.
And you went out there with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
You didn't keep it in the covers like a lot of people did. You brought it all the way out.
Yeah.
And I respect from that. I already respected you.
No,
But
that
from
was
that day on, I was like, yeah, big, extra large respect.
And you know what's crazy about that, man? I got a lot of people told me I was wrong for doing it like that, though.
You was great for expressing yourself as a man. See, a lot of people don't express themselves as man because they ain't man.
Right.
And when a man expresses themselves, they look at it as emotions.
Yeah.
When a man expresses himself, it's not emotions. It's him letting out what's in him as a man. You feel me? Only a boy expresses emotions. You didn't do it emotionally. You did it like a man. So anybody that took it that way, they are an emotional person. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's just how it is, man.
That
Yeah,
was
man.
crazy.
I looked at it as a beauty of art. It was art to me because you did it in such a good way where it wasn't roguish
No.
or disrespectful. It was just what you was doing. Anybody else that feel different should have went on and did what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They.
They took your word for the word. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's not cool.
It's all good, man. Them producers, sometimes they too hard shit. But you can get
No,
that.
the comedy game is just like the rap game. You know what I'm saying? You got to know somebody that knows
I
somebody.
was gonna ask you, is there some type of
Yeah, it's always
gatekeeping or
it's a gatekeeper, man.
politics?
It's gatekeepers, man, all through comedy, man, because every comic don't want nobody to be funnier than them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even the
but
OG comics, man, they don't want to see that new talent, man.
do y'all live by the, I live by the term in the music slide too, as far as expanding the brand or whatever you're doing. The successes in the collab. You know what I
A
mean?
lot of these dudes don't want to collab because sometimes they feel like that collaboration ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at themselves as good enough.
Right.
You know, they try to put a title on you, and I don't like them titles. I don't like being the king and the best, and I like being one of the best. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because everybody had their nights. Like I tell a motherfucker, my favorite comedians ain't the motherfuckers who was high class comedians. My favorite comedians is the motherfuckers I go to these little bars and I go to these little clubs,
Yeah.
and these motherfuckers come in there and don't nobody laugh. Sometimes they get talked crazy to, might get booed. But these motherfuckers come back the next week with the same ammunition. Tape they self, throw it on Facebook. They might get 2 or 3 views. But these motherfuckers do this shit every week. And I said, I finally realized watching them like these my favorite comics because they doing something I couldn't do.
Man,
Anybody could go out there and kill it and get the applause of the crowd. But how many motherfuckers could take rejection and still come back and do the same thing over again and expect different results? But they're not doing it for everybody. They're doing it for their spirit.
come on.
See, a lot of people do shit for their ego.
Right.
And you can't never feed your ego enough. Your ego can get you killed. When the ego falls to the ground, who sees it? God and the ego.
Right.
Nobody else sees the ego when it falls. You know what I'm saying? They only see it when it's up in the air.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I learned to build my spirit up better than to build my ego. So now I learn I don't have to check every nigga about what they said. Cause I ain't going with my ego no more. I
Man.
don't have to be with every woman because I ain't trying to feed my ego no more. I'm feeding my spirit,
Right.
feeding my peace.
Right.
So when I do comedy now, I do it through my spirit and my peace. So I take all the spirits of the people who passed away that I love. Instead of being sad about it, I bring them on stage with me.
And talk
Spirits.
Yeah.
So that way, when I'm laughing, y'all know I ain't tripping off y'all. Me and my peoples is laughing. Cause they telling me stuff. Remember that time this happened? Remember that time? People, that's all right, bro.
Right.
It's my spirit, it's my ancestors coming to me, telling me, hey man, remember, people I've lost in my life, friends, all that, they come to me and I think about some of the stuff they told me and I put it in my life.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So
Beautiful.
yeah, I feed my spirit now, man. Because once you leave here, you're nothing but a spirit. And if you ain't fed your spirit, how you gonna maintain? Come on, man. People talk about people with good spirit.
Come on.
Dudes with bad spirits, don't nobody talk about them no more. You know what I'm saying? You forget them dudes. And when you do say something about it, you be like, I'm damn near glad he gone. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave my spirit alone enough to my grandkids eat off my spirit.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Your grandkids can eat off my spirit. That's what kind of life I want to live all the way out, man.
That's that should be key, man. Them is words right there, man, from Rico Da Great. Man.
Yeah,
Another
man.
day, man. My brother got a story to tell, man. And he tell it on that stage so well. And if you know him for real, then you know it's for real, man.
Well, if anybody know, they know what I've been through. I ain't scared to tell my testimony because God blessed me. Like I tell you, man, when I was young, I was a basketball star. Anybody that know me know I was a hoop star. I was one of the baddest niggas around playing basketball. And none of these niggas, I put it out there. A lot of niggas couldn't fuck with me.
Right.
Not just one or two, a lot of niggas. So if you ever could beat me in hoop and you whoop my ass, holler at Cat, tell him I'm lying, and we'll talk about it. And I mean, any of you niggas that play basketball with me. I don't know about when I wasn't playing, but when I was playing, when I was playing, well, none of you niggas fucking with me, bro. On game, on game. And I got hit by a diesel at 21 years old. I was getting on the freeway right here on Garden Highway, right where we at. Getting on the freeway right there on Garden. And my car spun out of control. A diesel hit me, broke my leg in half, smashed my collarbone, smashed my face in, almost died in 95. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, I'm here. I went from there to the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Putting the P down. You know, I didn't sell no drugs. I wasn't no drug dealer. I didn't know how to sell drugs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know how to get at a woman.
Right.
You feel me? So I ran the streets, man. I did what I was seeing around me.
Right.
But it's not the life I wanted to live. So it caused a lot of darkness in me. So that's when I start going to the drugs and the drinking and I'm living a life I didn't want to live.
Right.
And eventually, one day, man, I got on my knees and I prayed to God and I asked God, I said, hey, give me the strength to stop doing these drugs and alcohol and stuff. I need to. It's taken away from my manhood.
Right.
And man, I got up, threw the dope in the toilet, flushed it. I ain't looked back. It's been 18 years.
There you go.
I ain't had a drink. I ain't snorted no coke, popped no pill in 18 years, brother.
There you go.
So, I mean, no AA meeting. Nobody beat my ass. Nobody threatened to kill me. And it stopped me from doing it. It was just God, man.
Right.
So that's why I gave him the glory and I just tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Then right after that, I got sick with thyroid disease. I'm going skinny, small, big. I'm going through all this different shit. And then one day, Christmas Day, 9 years ago, I ended up with a brain aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling at Granny house on Christmas.
Right.
Everybody like go to sleep. I'm like, nah, my head hurt. Take me to the hospital.
Right.
So my auntie, shout out to my auntie Hustle Mom, she take me to the hospital. Her and my daughter. They shoot me to the hospital. Man, I get out the car, walk to the door. The lady was like, "What's wrong?" Like, I got the worst headache I ever had in my life, and I fell out. I woke up 5 days later with staples in my head, my whole head shaved. You know what I'm saying? And they told my mom I wasn't gonna walk, talk, none of that shit. I done been through it, man. God is good, man. I done been shot. Nigga been kidnapped. I done been through a lot of things.
Right.
And all that shit built me up to be the comedian I am. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean by it gotta come from a place. That shit come from a place.
Yeah, man. And I take care of my sick mama who I love to death. My mama, I love you, mama. Emily Clark, I love you to death. I always got to shout my mama out.
Straight up.
Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
That's what I mean by
Ain't nothing. I tell anybody, the only closest thing you can get to God in this world is the love of a real mother, man. And I had a real mother that didn't party hard and none of that. She took care of kids, and I give her all grace. That's why I'm happy. I did something to make her proud. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
When my mama go on Facebook and her friends be like, I seen this comedian. He was so funny. And for my mama to be able to go, that's my son.
Right.
That feel good, bro. Not he killed 9 niggas and he going to the pen.
Right.
That's my son. But my son made a whole crowd of people laugh.
Come
and
on.
they happy when they see my child. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's
I'm just trying to make my tree happy, man, so my tree can be happy with me.
that's what I mean by this shit comes from a place. You know?
Right, man. It's my pain, man. You know.
Yeah, but you turn your pain into power.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And you do what you do from there.
Right.
You know, that's the beautiful, that's the viral more. You know what I'm saying? That I be having for my people at times.
Right. I want all of us to make it, man.
Like everybody.
I ain't never been nothing but me. And like I say, a lot of dudes call me Unc. It ain't because I'm a gangster. It ain't because I killed nobody. It ain't because I ran the streets and did a lot of shit. They call me Unc because I'm respected and I respect them.
Come on.
You feel me? And I give game, not games. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk to me, you're gonna get something out of me that's gonna help you out later on. If you got a problem, you can talk to me and no, I ain't gonna tell nobody but God. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna run the streets with it, man. I come, like I say, man, I come from the golden rules, not the chosen rules. You feel me? These niggas choose rules out here,
Right.
and that's why the game is fucked up, bro. You know, I can ramble forever, man. You know, you already know, Neff. We had beautiful conversation.
Hey, man, we riding, man. We smoking, man. We doing what we supposed to do.
Man, this is a beautiful podcast, man. Anybody out there that ain't been on a podcast like this, you out your mind. If Gat called you and tell you to come through, come through. They treat you good. The man had grapes for me, good, good water, everything, man. I'm telling you, man, good marijuana. It's a good motherfucking podcast.
We gonna vibe out, man.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
this the beginning of something dope, man. I appreciate you. Blessing the mic, man. Blessing the truck, man. Blessing the van.
Can I send a shout out though?
Go ahead,
I want to send a shout out to all my comedian partners in Sacramento, from Lance Wood to Tristan, to Mike Calvin, to whoever, Javon Woodlock, all my comedian, all the comedian ladies, Regina Givens, my girl Cookie Williams, my girl Shanice, all y'all, man. My boy, one of the rawest writers I ever met that don't get on stage with that same confidence. I'ma say it. My boy out of Vallejo, Jarrell Parker. One of the, if you ever on Facebook, go look up Jarrell Parker. He's one of the best writers. Jarrell Parker, one of the best writers on Facebook. I'm not lying. This dude is fucking hilarious. I just wish he'd had that same confidence writing that he'd have on stage. And motherfucker would be a whole nother level with shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
And Kyrie Shabazz. Kyrie Shabazz doing his thing.
Man, listen, man. We are
Lance Woods.
Lance Woods. Hey, that motherfucker be so funny with them skits, man. I gotta
Lance Woods is so fucking funny. Tony Roberts, man. We got work out here in Sacramento, man. Sacramento got work. Oakland got work. Mario Hodge, Jay Ridge, my boy Jerry Law. They got women comedians out there that's funny. I can't name them all. It's a lot of brothers in Oakland that's funny as hell. My boy Chris Riggins out of Berkeley, where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? He touring with Dave Chappelle right now.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that man touring with Dave Chappelle. So I mean, it's a lot of dudes. Like I said, in comedy, you might not know them on TV, but they famous in the comedy world.
Right.
Like my name pop in the comedy world, big.
Right.
But I ain't no famous comedian in the world of comedians. There I ain't no Kevin Hart or nothing.
Right.
But my name is mentioned amongst the good.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing, man.
Man, listen. We on location at Zen Garden, 2201 Northgate Boulevard. We parked outside doing what we supposed to do. I know you hear the music in the back bumping. Shouts to DJ Mighty Mike. Shouts to Get Zen Garden. Shouts to all the local brands doing their thing. We live on location. Listen, you just named about 30 comedians.
Right.
Off the rip, right? What's it gonna take for y'all to like you see what they doing up top, right?
Yeah, LA.
And then you got it's platforms that's popping off for us now, to be on some viral shit now. You know what I mean? Like
Well, what it's gonna take, brother, is for brothers to stop using their ego. Everything going against God. You know what I'm saying? They're using their ego, man. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody stop using their ego and come together as one spiritually, man, we'll be all right. I keep telling everybody that. The spirit is where it's at, bro. If we ain't together spiritually, we're not going to be able to do comedy together because we're going to have them nicking and knacking who better than who. It ain't about who better than who. It's about building a ladder we can all climb.
Y'all gotta, in the artist sense, right? The artist tends to look for the other things that build the artistry up, whether it be the videographer, the cameraman, the graphic designer, the producer, the engineer, so forth and so forth, right? What if comedians had that more of a mentality? Like, look, man, I'm gonna just get my own videographer. I'm gonna get my own to make down my shit, blah blah blah. Put my own skits, my own real.
Well, some of them have that mentality, but you can't do nothing. You got to have a team. Everybody, you can't, and nobody's an island.
And that's the team.
Even Kevin Hart got a team. He got a team to help him write.
So that's the team I'm talking about. Like, you got the artist, and you got all the other. Everybody does something.
But everybody's mindset got to be on the same page.
Right.
Can't nobody feel like they're getting left out.
Right.
Like if this nigga's climbing, don't get mad at his climb. Be ready to climb behind him. You feel me? But don't think you looking at his ass. You helping him with his back. You feel what I'm saying? Like Eddie Murphy had Townsend and Keenan Ivan Wayne's right back there. Did nobody know who they was?
Right.
But they was helping Eddie Murphy write Raw. You know what I'm saying? So you never know where you're gonna end up at if you just play your position.
So Rico the Great, right? Goes and finds 3, 4 super dope up and coming youngins, right? Yeah. To come behind them and write and do what you're talking about, right? And then you add all the other elements of the videography and
It would be incredible. It would be outstanding. It would be something that would be just magnificent, man. I could take somebody helping. I'm not scared to get help, and I'm not scared to say you help.
But not even that sense. Cause now they going with you to do the shows that you're doing. They going to, You know, they
Right,
they
right.
going to see, you know, and not to put you in the position of, oh, I could give you that kind of access, but at the same time, if we rocking, we rocking.
We rocking, right.
You should, you know, that's how I be thinking about a lot of shit, man.
Right.
Like, you know, like you said, you know, the comedian has the writers with him. He has the maybe add the element of what the musicians do. Shit,
Right.
go get a couple cameras and you know
Well,
what I mean.
it's
You just skits. You see them skits on TikTok all day and all night.
day, all day. It's just a matter of having that time too, man. Some people have the time for it.
Right,
You know, sometimes you don't have the time because there be a lot of shit going on in your life.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So me being who I am, I take care of my mother. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
sometimes my time is off. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
if I can get people behind me, we can make the time. You know?
You could get you could put somebody in between that.
Right, right, right.
To the point to where it ain't even you going to look for the motherfucker. You got somebody in between
Doing that.
while you can still, you know what I mean, do what you do.
Well, yeah, man, we gonna put it together.
Put that tree together,
Put it
brother.
together, man. We got to.
Cause that's what I see, bro. Cause you know, Lance Woods be doing some funny ass shit. What's the other brother name? Mars Parker.
Mars Parker, that's another
Funny motherfucker, right? Funny
funny
motherfucker,
as fuck.
right? And I see the way they put their skits together and whatnot, but
One thing they do though, them two brothers know how to cut and edit.
right.
You gotta learn that game. If you learn that game, you can do a lot
That's
of
what I'm
shit.
saying.
There's a lot of shit that they do that sometimes we ain't educated on. And as a comedian, you have to ask.
Right,
You gotta ask, hey Lance, how you do that? And Lance is the type of dude, he gonna tell you.
right,
There's no hating blood in him at all.
right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how big he get, he still stay the same lane.
I see that nigga in Walmart.
Yeah,
I see
Lance is touring. Lance touring harder than a lot of people. People don't know how big Lance is.
Let's be
in the
honest.
game. And he's one of the kings, official comedians. You feel me? And he did that on his own.
Right.
You feel me? So I commend that dude.
Yeah.
Good dude, man. Good dude. Good heart.
Yeah.
Good person. Can't say nothing more, nothing less about him.
Lance. I love the way Lance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I want to send a shout out to Goldfinger, man.
Oh,
That man took me all the way to LA. Drove, didn't make me drive it off. Drove all the way to LA, nonstop. Motherfucking LA, we gonna do a show Friday night. Friday. I had a show Friday night. Woke up Saturday and drove me all the way back home. So I can be with my mom. Shout out to Ghost
Shouts to Goldie.
for that, man.
That's my dog,
That's
man.
my dog.
He said he sent me slaps all the time. I'm always in his lab doing what I'm supposed to do.
You know.
Shouts to lab, man.
Shout
Listen,
out to my dude behind the motherfucking camera too, man. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
man,
Get shit steady and ready for
man,
us.
that's Jake Facts, man.
Jake Facts, man, with
That's
his
Jake
good
Facts.
long blunt smoking ass, man.
Jake gonna be fact checking y'all real soon, man. Don't worry about it, man.
Jake
Don't worry
Facts
about
like a
Jake.
motherfucker, man.
Hey, like I said, man, we on location, man, at Zen Garden, 2201 Northgate Boulevard. Episode of Riding and Smoking, featuring my dog Rico Da Great. I appreciate you coming out,
I
man.
appreciate you,
It
man.
cooled off a little bit.
Man, it feel good up in there like a woman is going on.
Hey,
Right now.
it's all good, man. Smoking big, we riding bigger.
Hell yeah.
We're doing what we supposed to do, man. Thank you for tuning in. Tap in next time, man.
Man, check my comedy out. We go to
Hey, matter of fact, I'm sorry. Bring that back. Where can they find you?
man, look me on Facebook. Google me. Rico Da Great. RICCODAGREAT. Rico Da Great. Look up Rico Da Great, man. See, look on my YouTube, subscribe. Man, just check me out, man. If you don't like my comedy, then I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with you, man.
Man, fuck that. Fuck
Don't
that.
fuck with me, man. It's beautiful, man. It's a blessing, man. God is good, man.
Riding and smoking, man. We out this thing.